so welcome back to our daily chit chat session. The question that I got asked a lot during this time is how to stay motivated and energized and productive during lockdown. So I think lockdown happened isn't something that we all expected. It is a very strange and challenging time for everyone. I somehow still, I try very hard and I have managed to stay on the whack with my training and my nutrition and everything else going on in my life. So I think I'm just going to be sharing a little bit of some of the things that I do to be able to just keeping up with the routine that I used to have. So first thing that you want to do is you want to keep exercising. Doesn't matter if the gyms are closed, all of the home workout programs are online, everyone is putting them up online, they are free on YouTube. You don't need to go to the extent that you're gonna have to do 2 hours of home workout because you're thinking that you can't go to the gym. So instead of a 45-minute gym session that you normally do, you're gonna have to be doing 2 hours. No, it's not that. So you start with something small, as little as 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, and then you keep progressing with that duration. Also, the intensity of the workout as well. If you keep feeling like your lack of motivation, you don't want to do any kind of a workout, you don't want to get yourself up and just exercise, so a 5-minute stretch or just a 10-minute yoga session, a very light one, should get you started. And then the feeling of completed that 10 minute of the workout will get you to the 20-minute and the 30-minute, the 45-minute. So whenever I feel like I don't want to work out at all, whenever I feel like I just want to rest, I just keep reminding myself of how good I'm gonna feel after the workout. And that should be the key to motivate yourself, to ease your mind into doing that workout. So there are days where I feel like I really hate it, even if I started and I was doing the workout for 5 minutes, I feel like I just wanted to stop and I wanted to go home. I don't want to keep running, or I don't want to keep doing those push-ups. I said just one more. So for example, if I'm trying to get in 20 push-ups that day and I got to 5 and I'm already exhausted and I feel like I want to stop, I just keep saying to myself, can you do one more? And if I can say yes to myself, I'm going to do one more. And after that one more, I'm like, no, that wasn't like, you can do one more. And I'm going to do that one more until I get to the 20, until I can get to the 25. So whenever I do that, I actually feel like I overachieved myself and that I underestimate myself. So the next day where I set myself a goal, I'm going to know that I'm not going to be setting myself up for 20 push-up anymore. I'm going to be setting myself up for 25. And if I get to 21 push-up and I'm already exhausted, I'm going to say to myself, can I do one more? I'm going to do one more. If I'm actually exhausted and I can't do a proper push-up, I'm going to go on my knees. And even if it's just like doing the exercise but with moderation, and the moderate version of it is already good, and knowing that you're doing something and you're feeling better after you have completed it would really motivate you to complete the workout and keep going with it. So that's how I do it. Of course, there are many ways for you to put yourself into going out there, completing exercise. It can either be going on social media and looking at people that are still doing exercises, getting the result within lockdown. It's up to you guys, but what you really need to understand is the person that should be motivating yourself is you. Nobody else can do it for you. It's you talking to yourself. It's the voice that, the heart talk to the mind, and the mind make the body work. So that's the first thing, that is the key. And the second thing, if you do exercise, you need to make sure that you have the right amount of sleep and recovery. So if I say the right amount of recovery, what do I mean? So if you go out for a long run, if you do an intense strength training workout at home, you need to let your muscle rest. your muscle need at least 72 hours of rest before being able to commit to another intense workout program on the exact same muscle group. So make sure that you have that 72 hours of rest for that particular group of muscle that you exhaust that day. So maybe, for example, if you go on a 30k run today and your legs are exhausted, they are feeling like challenged, they just can't function properly anymore, it's probably the best to just leave the legs to rest for 3 days, and then you just go out and do other exercises. So for example, you can work on your arms, you can work on your back, you can work on your core, but just let the rest of your body, so the lower part of your body, just rest for the 72 hours. Also, so when it comes to recovery, sleep is very important. You need to get in at least 6 or 7 hours of sleep a night. That is a night of sleep. You need to get in 6 or 7 hours of sleep a night. That is so important. I think people within the fitness industry even underestimate the power of a good sleep. So for example, you're somebody that usually train really hard, and then you usually sleep really well at night. Try and not sleep for one night, or try and have 1 or 2 hours less of sleep, and you will see the result. The next day, if you were to perform the exact same workout with the exact same intensity that you did the other day with a good amount of sleep, you're not going to be able to do it well. I tried it and I experienced the consequences, so that is not going to happen again. And also, when you get enough sleep, when you get up in the morning, you feel more energetic, you feel more energized to do other things in your life as well. So the first one is to exercise, the second is to sleep and is to recover, and the third thing is that you need to minimize your time spent online. I know that because it is lockdown, we are not commuting to work. A lot of us are working online with our phones, with our devices, with our laptop and all of that. Everything is already, giving you a lot of stress and a lot of headaches, a lot of blue light attacking your eyes and all of that. So apart from working hours, try to just minimize your time spent on the phone, spent on looking at your phones. And if you are requiring a lot of computers or a lot of electronic devices, I recommend you buy yourself a pair of blue light plug-in sunglasses. So that should help your eyes have the good vision, and it should help your eyes rest as well. Also, if you are spending a lot of time on social media, just scrolling through Facebook or Instagram all day and not really doing anything, it really just dead time spent on the sofa. You're not being active, you're not doing anything. So don't let social media distract you. Just go out there, get up and do something. Just don't sit there and scroll through your phone all the time. So I think the best way to do it, so how I do it is I only follow people that I feel inspired by on social media. So whenever I feel like scrolling through my phone, everyone have that time during the day where they want to sit down, do nothing, and just look at their phone, right? So when I scroll through my social media, I see people going out for a run, I see people doing a workout, or I see these people talking about how you motivate yourself and how you shouldn't be outworked by anyone, and that just really get me started into doing something that benefit my life in some sort of ways. So that is something that you might want to do as well. Of course, stay connected with your friends, stay connected with your family, but along the side with that, follow people that actually inspire you and motivate you to do things, to stay active, or to work on a project that you left aside for too long. So that's the next thing. So you exercise, you sleep and recover, and then you don't spend a lot of time on social media. the next thing that you want to do is you want to pick up some hobbies that you used to spend a lot of time doing, but obviously now that you can't, you can't go to different places to be doing the exact same hobbies that you used to have. For example, if you are somebody that used to go to the cinema a lot, or if you're somebody that go to the swimming pool a lot, but now obviously they are shut, so you can't really do the same thing that you used to be able to do. So I think picking up new hobbies such as reading books, or some people like doing DIY stuff, so they design a thing and then they put things together, some doing things like that, spending time with your kids or spending time with your sisters or brothers can be really nice as well. Books, if you read a lot, you're going to learn a lot, and I can't see anybody saying that they getting any disadvantages from reading a book. Time spent on book is very valuable. A minute that you spend on a book is a minute that you get some sort of knowledge into your brain. So do yourself a favor, pick up a new hobby, learn something new, and just keep working on it. For me at the moment, I have picked up a lot of books to read, and also I got really inspired and motivated to write my own book. So I am working my own book at the moment, which is why I also stay so energetic for that as well. That is very exciting. Also, I am developing my business, so it is a very early stage, but as soon as you pick up a project that you can work on, that you can commit to, you feel that your life is so much more meaningful and you want to just give it all. So I want to just repeat all of those again. So first, you want to exercise, very important, and if you do exercise, you want to sleep and you want to recover. And the next thing, that you don't want to spend too much time on your social media, but make sure that you stay connected with your friends and family. And the next thing is you have got to pick up a new hobby. Just one is enough, but pick up something new, commit to it, work on it, and feel motivated and energized by it. The next thing that I want to say is that eating the right food can really help your brain, and so I think talking about food as well, if you eat the right kind of food, if you eat more of whole foods and all that, it's gonna keep you energetic, it's gonna keep you full for longer, and you feel like your brain is fresh enough to do more work. Your brain is healthy enough to help you function throughout the day. For example, if you eat things like, if you eat a fried chicken, that is no problem if that should only make up 10% of your whole diet. But let's say you'll keep eating fried chicken and then heavy fried chips or crisps, and it's just 90% of the whole diet that you're having is made up from the junk food. It just keep making you wanted to eat more, and it's making you feel like you need more food and you feel really tired because of that. So eating the right food can really help you do all of the 4 things that we did mention just before. So once again, do you want to exercise as always, as little as 5 minutes to 10 minutes a day? Do you want to recover and do you want to have the right amount of sleep? Do you want to not spend too much time on social media? Also, stay connected with your friends and family. Do you want to pick up something new? Do you want to work on a project for yourself and really commit to it? Also, eat the right kind of food. And that is it for today, guys. Just a quick 5 tips to keep you guys going. I know that some places lockdown is already over, but for us it's gonna be ongoing for a little bit of time. So I think just keep going and keep believing that this is going to be over soon. We are safe, and the fact that we're here and we're able to do all of these things is incredible already. So you should be admiring that fact and just keep working on yourself, working on your life and any project that you have going on at the moment.